we took over in April of the company, and immediately I noticed that we did not have enough dumpsters. So we continued to buy, and that's when we got in contact with you, and just to try to increase sales and kind of move into a newer area, which is what we did, and it's definitely worked. But the problem is, to advertise more in the summer when we're busy especially, we still need more dumpsters. But this time of year, we've noticed a slowdown. I would say we're only at like 50% of what we were, a month or two ago. And I would be interested in expanding our area with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if that's something that we can do today.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think right now we've got you at a 30-mile radius from your Oshkosh address.
Yeah. Yep.
But we can expand it out further. I mean, I know the lake gets in your way a bit. Is there stuff you don't want on the other side of the lake, or can you just do like a 50-mile radius, or doesn't it make a difference?
The lake really kind of screws things up because it might only be 10 miles as a crow flies, but
Right.
where our dump is and where our yard is, it could be 60 miles. You know what I mean? So I think with you guys, I think it would be beneficial for us now because you guys are getting a lot of, you guys have, a better presence on the internet than we do, just because of how your business works. So maybe we could set up like a 30-mile radius from Oshkosh and a 30-mile radius from Fond du Lac. Could you do that?
Yeah, what I'd probably propose is why don't we'll download like a 50-mile radius.
Okay.
Send you the cities, and then we'll put in the distance from your Oshkosh address, and you can decide yes or no. I would assume we'd want to exclude all Calumet, Manitowoc County.
Correct. Yep.
Because that's the opposite side of the lake from you, and it's probably a pain. But that way you'll have a list to look at, and you can decide, yes, no, and then based on what you tell us, we'll modify it accordingly.
Yeah, we want to try to keep it tight. I mean, I would like to expand into those areas, but like I said, with the amount of dumpsters that we have, we got to keep it tight for now. I have intentions next year of doubling what we have now. So by the end of next year, I'd like to have 30 to 40 dumpsters, which is going to allow us to move into new markets.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I have people, Justin, who, in this time of year, I constantly get phone calls saying, hey, Scott, things are slowing down, put me on a 50-mile radius, and then in, probably March, they call up and say, let's go back to a 30 for the spring. That way we can accommodate the number of leads.
Sure.
And that's something we can do. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, we'd love to do that. And let me put together a list so that you can see what falls in there, and you can tell me yes or no based on where it's located. So not a problem at all.
Okay.
Do what you're looking for as well. But let me send you that as well. Take a look at that. And I'll send you the 50-mile radius list to make sure we can generate leads where you can be most competitive.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. And like as far as the videos go and stuff like that, I have nothing but praise for you guys. People ask me all the time how to do it. And I think that they would appreciate you telling them more than me, because you understand it a lot better than me, and I think you could articulate it to people better than I could.
Well, I'd be happy, but right now you're our salesman of the month last month, so thank you so much.
No problem. I appreciate you guys too. What is up, everybody? That conversation that you just heard was just a little snidbit of me changing our marketing going into winter here. So that's what this video is going to be about. This is not a sponsored video, but I'm putting this information out there because the company that we're working with I think very highly of, and I think if you are in the dumpster business, no matter what size dumpsters you have, if you have trailers, if you have roll-offs, if you have dump trailers or junk removal or any of that kind of stuff, this can absolutely help you. We have used it for a while now, and I'm just going to tell you how we change things going into winter. So when we bought this business, we had 10 dumpsters. It already was getting phone calls, which was very beneficial. So we didn't start this business from complete scratch. But basically, when we started, our 10 dumpsters were selling. Okay. And in the grand scheme of things, in this business compared to the competition, 10 dumpsters is nothing. I mean, they won't even blink or think anything of you with 10 dumpsters. Now we're pushing up on 20 dumpsters. So as we grew this summer, we had to push the marketing button, and the way that we did that was hometowndumpsterrental.com. They're really great to work with. It's a pay-per-lead service. So they're basically an internet marketing company, and they are spending the money on marketing for you, and then you are repaying them by paying per phone call. So it's not a service that you can get into in every area where you're going to be the only one that they're going to send calls to. Depending on your market, it may work out that you are. So when we originally did that, we didn't want to expand our marketing in the area that we already had a footprint. We wanted to expand our marketing in a town just north of where we are based out of, and that is where our dump is, our transfer station. And really, we were getting almost no phone calls there. So we called Hometown Dumpster Rental and got an account set up with them. They charge us $9 per phone call, which is extremely reasonable for any dumpster or size that you have. And it started working basically the next day. So we have used that, and as we bought more dumpsters, we really didn't change anything. It was getting us, I would say, an extra maybe 10 phone calls a month in the way that we were doing it. And as fall encroached and the phone slowed down and we got more dumpsters, we started noticing more dumpsters sitting around. And now we're basically at the onset of winter in our area. In Wisconsin, we get heavy winters, lots of snow, very cold temperatures. And I know for a fact with the dumpster business is somewhat seasonal. So what we did is we called Hometown Dumpster Rental about a week ago, and we expanded our range. So we went into the town to the north of us, and the town that we're already in, we increased our advertising in both of those areas. And we also did something a little bit controversial, and I guess let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. But what we did is we expanded our range from 30 miles to 50 miles. Now this is controversial to a lot of people, but as a business owner, I don't think that this is a bad thing, and here's why. We went from 30 miles to 50 miles, and sometimes that 50 miles, depending on where it is, could be 60 or 70 miles from our dump, which is a long ways. Now, keep in mind, by doing this, we still have the option to say no, and we screen our customers, and we can raise our rates on the dumpster an extra $20, $50, $100 based on where they are. But in this business, because of the way that we do it, we have a lot of overhead. We have debt. We have an employee now, a full-time employee that we have to pay for. So why I did this, it's almost certainly going to decrease our profit margin, but we still have bills to pay. So my main goal throughout the winter is to just keep things, keep everything in check, make a small profit, and just maintain what we have through the winter. We don't want to just go completely dormant throughout the winter and do 1 or 2 sales a week. And so this is how we did it. Now, we noticed immediately, we did this last Friday, and we noticed immediately on Monday we were getting 2 or 3 more calls a day. Now, they were not ideal, and they were not ideally where we would like to set them. But as a business, we have to adapt, we have to overcome, and we have to pay the bills. So I'm not doing this like as a cry for help, because we were selling dumpsters, but we have a lot of dumpsters sitting around. So if our profit margin, say, goes from $100 a dumpster to $50 a dumpster, we're still paying down debt, we're still making a small profit, and we're keeping everything moving. So this is just something to consider. In general, traveling 50 miles is not ideal, but as a business owner, or even if you're just a very very small business, our size or smaller, you have to keep yourself moving, because the bills keep coming. They don't stop, insurance bills and truck payments in January because you aren't selling your dumpsters. So you have to find a way to make those sales, and at least pay the bills at the very least. So this is what we did, and we've noticed immediate results. Absolute, I mean, mind-blowing. And this is going to vary for everybody in every area. But I have nothing bad to say about Hometown Dumpster Rental. And I'm hoping later this week I can do an interview with one of the owners. We talked on the phone quite a bit. He told me that last month and the month before I was the salesman of the month. Because you guys have been reaching out to him and signing up for Hometown Dumpster Rental. I want to thank you guys for doing that. And if you guys do reach out to Hometown Dumpster Rental, tell them Life's Apprentice or Greenhead Recycle sent you. They know who I am. They watch my YouTube videos too. So they'll be seeing this. Like I said, I have nothing to gain from this. I'm just trying to enlighten and teach you guys how to increase your business, especially if you're going to start struggling as it gets colder and winter comes. I know construction and house cleanouts, and people tend to put that stuff off when the weather is not ideal. So this is just one way that you can increase your sales in the wintertime, and this is what we've done, and we've noticed immediate results. Now there's definitely other ways to do it. The thing I like about this is you're paying for results. So putting ads on Google and Craigslist or Facebook does not guarantee you results, but this does. Now you're not going to sell every dumpster that calls you, so you have to figure that in. But if you figure maybe 1 out of 3 dumpsters, say it's $9 a phone call, and 1 out of 3 dumpsters you actually make a sale. It costs you $27 to make that sale, which in most cases there is enough profit to justify that. The thing you're going to have to be careful about is traveling a little bit longer distances. You're going to have to compensate for that. So what we've done is, when we screen our customers in general, we know some of these towns that we are going to now that we weren't a week ago. Just tack on a little extra money. And especially in our area, there's a lot of rural communities and small towns, and a lot of these people don't have any other options for dumpsters. So keep that in mind, and I think you guys can increase your sales going into winter and maintain profitability. So just a quick little video here. I'm hoping, I talked with Hometown Dumpster, and I'm hoping that we can do an interview with them and they can explain this a little bit more. If you are interested in giving them a call, tell them I sent you. I'll leave a link in the description, how to get a hold of them, their website. They're really nice to work with, and it's worked really well for us. I guess that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, notification bell,
Ding ding.
and we will see you on the next one.